And compliments of Michigan First Credit Union. Welcome to Game Day Preview from Des Moines, Iowa. We are inside Wells Fargo Arena, where just recently both Michigan and Michigan State went 2-0 to advance to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA basketball tournament. But it's hockey time now, and the Griffins look to continue their success here, having earned victories in 4 of the last 5 and are 16-6 lifetime. But let's keep in mind, they'll be up against the best Iowa Wild team they've had here in 5 years, a Wild team that has lost just 5 times in this building in 31 home games. Griffins certainly have some momentum, though, as they wrap up a 6-game, 11-day road trip here tonight. A trip that has been more successful, I think, than many had thought going in, mainly due to the team being riddled with some injuries and call-ups to the Detroit Red Wings.
You look at it, there's a handful of guys that have got an opportunity here in Detroit, so opportunity is created here for guys, and it hasn't been an easy week of travel and schedule and everything else, but I think guys are excited because this is obviously a potential playoff team right here, and this is the battle for home ice, so we know what's on the line.
So the Griffins are 4-1 on this trip, and for much of it, they have played without the likes of Brian Lashoff, Libor Shulak, Matt Pumple, and most recently Dylan McIlrath, all on recall to Detroit. And Marty Ferk has not yet played a game on this stint away from home. He's been out with injury. So despite all of that, the Griffins soldiering through and remain just 2 points behind the front-running Chicago Wolves in the Central Division.
No, it has been a little bit of a whirlwind with the travel down to Texas, and it's a long way to go. And then with all the call-ups and the kind of uncertainty of the lineup from game to game. But at the end of the day, it's the players who have bought in and the players that have really been resilient this whole season. And I like our mindset going into games. I like our character throughout the games, and we've won games at different times in different ways with different people contributing. So those are all positive factors, and moving down the stretch here, we just have to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves and managing our time away from the rink so that we're not getting too tired and too sluggish.
Since the weekend, the Red Wings assigned both Brian Lashoff and Libor Shulak back to Grand Rapids. Lashoff will play tonight. Shulak, they weren't certain of. He's been out with an illness of late, so it'll be a strength issue with him as to whether he'll be able to go here tonight. The Griffins entered the hockey game at 37-19, 6-4 up against the Iowa Wild for the 5th time this season. They're 4 points ahead of the Wild for second place in the division, so this is a huge game and could well be a preview of a first-round playoff series between the two clubs. And what a series it would be. 3 times of the 4 games they played head-to-head in the regular season, the games have gone to overtime. No matter who gets Iowa in the playoffs, you got to shut down their power play. They're almost 24% efficiency overall. That's second in the league, 29% here at Wells Fargo Arena. What makes that power play so special?
But now what they're doing such a good job of is they're more diverse, and they're adding more options to the power play. The more they play together, and the more comfortable they get with one another, they're creating other looks to the power play. The other thing that we do really well is we do recover pucks extremely well. Kyle Rao and Jerry Mayu do a really good job of when we get pucks down to the net or there's loose pucks, of retrieving those loose pucks, giving us the opportunity to regain possession and get second and third looks in the power play.
Well, Tim Army mentioned Kyle Rao. He's got 17 of his 25 goals on the power play. Sam Annis has 25 of his 35 points also during power play opportunities. What a great game we've got in store tonight. Hari Sateri will be in between the pipes for Grand Rapids this evening. They'll still be without Matt Pumple and Dylan McIlrath, who made his Red Wing debut last night, and he drew rave reviews from Jeff Blashill and company. 14-plus minutes. He was a +1 in the 3-2 win out in San Jose. Marty Ferk returns to the lineup tonight, though, after missing the last 5 games. He's got 10 points in the 9 games since coming back from Detroit. We hope you'll join us tonight on Wood Radio 735. Pre-game coverage comes your way from Des Moines. And, of course, don't forget this Friday, the showdown battle with the Chicago Wolves inside Van Andel Arena. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Bob Kaiser signing off from Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines.